Hey everybody, I'm Logan Kirk with RockyMountainMysticMan.com. In today's video, I'm going to be covering something that you just don't want to have in your haversack ever. I'm telling you, this is the worst piece of equipment that you could ever have with you, and it doesn't do anything. So right here, you guys, this is what they like to call a survival saw. There's nothing surviving about this thing. So I received this in a package that I got with some other gear. Ordered some knives, and they sent me this nice little thing. And I said, oh, we're gonna give you some survival gear on top of it. And I said, well, what is that? And this is what came in the mail. And I'll tell you, if you guys have ever used one of these things, they are not worth anything. They're just absolutely crap. This here is like a good stranglehold, guillotine wrapped around someone's neck. No, that's not what it's for. Probably the only thing it is good for. But they say that these here are survival saws, and I'm gonna show you. These are just not worth a damn, you guys. I've had these before when I was a young boy, and they break quick. They're not reliable at all, and I'm telling you, don't ever put one of these in your bag and think that this is gonna build you a brushcraft shelter, a bushcraft shelter, or cut you firewood or anything like that. So as you can see, I got a little tiny lodge pole right here behind me, and I figure, well, why don't we put this thing to the test and just see exactly how good this wire might be? Because I'm telling you, you guys, these things are just not worth the damn. You get a couple cuts with these things, and next thing you know, they start fraying, breaking, poking you in the fingers, making you bleed, and you're left stranded without anything. So that's why I always recommend in the haversack, you carry a good, bushcraft folding saw. That's going to be the most reliable thing out here. But let's just see how this thing works, shall we? Come on. All right, so before we cut this down, let's remove some of these limbs here. And this is where it tricks you. You're like, oh yeah, at first it's working great. Oh yeah, this is a great survival saw. Yeah, no, it's not. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna come through here. Now first off, I wouldn't take anything bigger down than this. Now when this tree's down, I can lift the whole thing myself, so I'm not worried about it falling on me. But here's the thing, you guys. This is getting irritating. First off, let me just say, you're expending so many calories for this tiny little cut. And if you're in a survival situation and you're using this saw, you need to be doing something else. I mean, I'd rather fashion something out of a rock and use a rock axe than this thing. This could take a minute. I already got wedged in the tree and barely even wants to cut through the bark. Well, you can see little rings on the fingers, damaging the fingers. The other option would be grab some sticks, make little handles like this, right? Let's do that. A little more leverage there. No, I can't survive when it's broken. And that's what I'm talking about, you guys. These things are crap. I mean, look at what happened to this. I didn't barely even get into the tree, and here I am. Now, I mean, obviously in a survival situation, if I did have this crazy POS with me, I'd go much slower and I'd be using much energy. But you can see I wasn't exerting much energy, and I just pulled this damn thing right off. That's why I'm telling you, stay away from these things, you guys. They're not worth putting in your haversack. And the companies that put these out there as free survival gear with their stuff, seriously, folks, what are you doing? This isn't going to keep anyone alive or help them. Now, once when I was down in Arizona, this is all I had. And I was cutting some mesquite trees, and it broke so many times, but I had to build a shelter to get out of the sun. Because it was the middle of the day, it was about 125 degrees outside, and it was miserable. And so I had to use this, and I had to keep tying it and breaking it till I ended up down with this little tiny cord like this. Wasn't worth the time. I mean, I did get a brush shelter built, but man, this thing was useless. And as you can see, just don't buy this. All right, you guys, I hope you learned something. This is a quick little video. I want to share this with you about how crappy these things are, and they're just not going to help you. Don't waste your money on them. Get yourself a folding saw. That's what you need, a folding little saw. Put it in your haversack. Well, you guys, these things are just not worth a damn. And You know, I'm out here this morning. If I wanted to build myself a fire or get myself some fat wood with this, it just isn't gonna cut it. All right, and this is just one of those things. I wanted to share this with you because I know that, you know, some of you who might be getting new into bushcraft and survival, you might think, oh, this looks really good. This looks like a great idea, and I just want you to know it's not. It could really put you at risk, and you just don't want to have it with you. Not to mention, you could hurt yourself with this easier than you could hurt yourself with a handsaw. And you know, we just try to stay safe out here in the bush. Well, you guys, if you haven't already, I want you to like the channel. All right, subscribe to it, like the video, and share this with your friends if they're into these kind of things, you guys. And you know what I'm gonna say now? I'll see you soon.